going on, guys? It's your boy Starlight William Magician here, bringing you my junk synchron deck profile. Super excited to be doing this deck profile, as this is one of my favourite decks to play of all times. Top 3, if I may say, because of the ability to synchro summon your boy, shooting Quasar Dragon. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button. And with that, let's get into the deck profile. So first of all, I play 3 copies of the main card himself, Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron has the effect: when this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 2 or lower monster from your graveyard. Then you can special summon that target in defense position, which is a brilliant effect for the next card, because these 2 cards basically go together. Are 3 copies of Junk Converter. Junk Converter is a great card for Junk Synchron, because Junk Converter's effect is you can discard this card in any tuner and then add 1 Synchron monster from your deck to your hand. And then if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, it's synchro material, you can target 1 tuner in your graveyard and special summon that target. You can only activate the effect of Junk Converter once per turn, which is great, because normally when I play this deck quite a lot, I get these 2, so I can discard these 2 to add another Junk Synchron. And you can summon Junk Synchron to search that back to start your synchro climbs. Next, we play 3 copies of Assault Synchron. Assault Synchron is a great level 2 in this deck, because during your main phase, you can special summon this card from your hand, then pay 800 life points, 700 life points. And if this card's in the monster zone you control is special summoned, or while in face up in a monster zone, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except synchro monsters. Now, if this face up card, if a face up dragon synchro monster you control is tributed, banished except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your graveyard and then target 1 of those monsters, special summon it, which is a great effect. It's easy to get out because all you're gonna do is pay 700 life points, and it's just an easy special summon. I also play 2 copies of Synchron Carrier. Synchron Carrier is a great card in this deck because it's also an additional normal summon if you summon another Synchron monster. Because its effect goes, during your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Synchron monster in addition to your normal summon, or your normal / set summon. You can only activate the effect once per turn. If another Synchron monster is sent to the field to the graveyard as synchro material for a warrior or machine synchro monster, while you control this card, you can special summon 1 Synchron token, Machine Earth level 2, as 1000 attack, no defense, to your field. Which is just an amazing effect for just being able to get more monsters on the field so you can synchro climb. I play 1 Satellite Synchron. Satellite Synchron has the effect: if a monster is special summoned from your graveyard except during a damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you have a synchro monster with Warrior Synchron or Stardust in its original name on your field or graveyard, you can make this card's level become level 4 until the end of the turn, which is just a great level bump card. Then I play 1 Cyber Synchron. Cyber Synchron is a level 1, which you're going to need for your copy of Formula Synchron, which I will show you in a bit. Formula Synchron has the effect, once per turn, if you target one level 4 or lower monster you control, increase its level by its original level until the end of the turn. Then if a monsters in the extra deck zone will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead. Which is just a great card for A, getting into your Formula Synchron, and 2, is a great card for protecting the other monsters on your field. Next, I play 2 copies of Stardust Synchron. Stardust Synchron is a great card in this deck because it's a level 4 tuner. And its effect is, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you contribute 1 monster as a special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except synchro monsters. And if this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 spell trap from your deck that specifically lists Stardust in its text, which we do have 1 of in this deck. Then I play 1 copy of my Fuller Synchron. It's a level 2 tuner, and then its effect is, if this card was sent from the graveyard as synchro material, you can special summon 1 level to a lower monster from your hand. I then play 3 copies of Doppel Warrior. Doppel Warrior is also a big part of this deck because Doppel Warrior's effect is, when a monster is special summoned from your graveyard except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard synchro material, you can special summon 2 Doppel tokens, level 1, attack 400, defense 400. Which this card is another way to get into your Formula Synchron because of their level 1 non-tuner tokens and your level 1 monster. Another level 1 tuner I play in this deck, I play 2 copies of Effect Vader, because Effect Vader is a hand trap, but not only that, it is a level 1 tuner. And then its effect is, during your main phase, quick effect, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. Negate the effects until the end of the negate the effects until the end of this turn. Then I play 1 copy of Calgo Claw Crow. This is just an easy special summon because if you control a dark monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, which a lot of the time you will control a dark monster, such as your Junk Synchron or your Assault Synchron. You have many varieties of dark monsters, or even your Doppel Warrior. Then I play 1 Black Dragon Collapse Sprint, which is a great card because it's a level 4 non-tuner, and its effect is, it cannot be normal summon. It cannot be normal set summon. Must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing 1 light monster from your graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon by other ways. You can only special summon 1 Black Dragon once per turn. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 White Dragon from your deck to your hand, which is just a great effect because then these 2 end up helping each other. So if you use this one for synchro, you can send this when it's sent to the graveyard. You're allowed to add your White Dragon, and then if you've got a dark in your graveyard, you can special summon your White Dragon and then be able to continue your plays. And the last monster off the deck, I just had to play 1 copy of Corvo Hedgehog, just because he's a classic and he's also a level 2. And then if he's sent to the graveyard, or if you control a tuner, sorry, you can special summon this card from your hand, from your graveyard. Now, if this card was special summoned this way, remove it from play when it leaves the field. That is it for the monsters, guys. Let us get into the spells. So, for the spell cards, I play 3 copies of Tuning. Tuning is your main searcher for a synchron monster. Because its effect is you can add 1 synchron monster from your deck to your hand, then send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Which is a hit or a miss, but the search effect for a synchron, mainly your junk synchron, is just brilliant. And I play 3 copies of Living Fossil. Living Fossil has the effect: activate this card by targeting 1 level 4 lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and equip it with this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Except, even with this card is banished, when this card's sorry, can't read today. When it leaves the field, except this card has even if this card has left the field, when this card leaves the field, banish this equipped monster, which is quite a bad effect, but personally, just the ability to grab another monster to help synchro, I think is worth playing in this deck as a free. Then I play a few one-offs. I play a 1 Stardust Illumination. You can send 1 Stardust monster from your deck to the graveyard, or if you control Stardust Dragon or a Synchro monster, you can special summon it instead. You can banish this card from the graveyard and then target 1 Stardust monster you control, increase or decrease its level by 1. Then I play 1 Harpy's Feather Duster for backrow removal. 1 Pot of Avarice. You can take 5 monsters from the graveyard, shuffle them all into your deck to draw 2 cards. Which a lot of the time you will have more than 5 monsters in your graveyard from the amount you synchro summon in this deck. 1 Monster Reborn. Special summon a monster from the graveyard. 1 Change of Heart, allowing you to steal 1 monster your opponent controls, and then you can either keep it until and then use it to attack them, or you can synchro it off before your turn ends and you have to give it back. And the last spell is Reinforcement of the Army, allowing you to add 1 level 4 level warrior monster from your deck to your hand. That's it for the spells. Let us get into the traps. So I only play 3 trap cards in this deck, or 2 trap cards in this deck, and I only play 2 copies of Scrap Iron Scarecrow. A classic card from the 5D show, and a great card in general, because when an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack. Also then set this card face down again, instead of sending it to the graveyard. So it's just a constant flip trap. So if your monster attacks, you can flip it up, negate the attack, and you can flip it back down again. Having 2 of these is fun. That's it for the main deck. Let's get straight into the extra deck. So first of all, I play 1 copy of Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron's in this deck because his effect is, if it's got a synchro summon, you could draw a card. And once per turn during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, immediately after the effect resolves, you can synchro summon using this card. But normally, I like to keep it on the field because you're going to need it to get into your Shooting Quasar Dragon. Next, I play 2 copies of Junk Speeder. Junk Speed is a great card in this deck, because if this card is Synchro Summon, you can special summon as many Synchron tuners with as possible with different levels from your deck in defense position. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Synchro monsters that only activate this effect. And then when an attack declares involving this Synchro Summon card, this card can double its attack. Which is great, because you can't really complain about a 3600 attack monster, but normally when you summon this card, you're going to end up Synchro Summoning it off anyway. I then play a single copy of Material Metal Marcher. Material Metal Marcher has the effect, it's a level 3, so it requires 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. And if this card is Synchro Summoned, you can target 1 tuner in your graveyard, special summon in defense, but negate its effects. You can only activate the effect of Material Metal Marcher once per turn. And then a Synchro monster that's sent to the graveyard, a Synchro material is treated as a tuner instead. Which is a good effect, because then that ends up giving you 2 tuners on the field. I then play 1 singular copy of a Junk Warrior. Junk Warrior is a never level 5 when it requires Junk Synchron and 1 or more non-tuner monsters. And if this card is Synchro Summoned, you can gain attack points equal to all level 2 or lower monsters on the field. Then I play 1 copy of Black Rose Dragon. Black Rose Dragon is just in this deck because it's a good level 7 and it's also a board nuke. So if you can't get around anything, you can activate its effects to destroy everything else in the field. Then I play 1 copy of Stardust Dragon. Stardust Dragon has the effect of when a card on effect activates, that will destroy cards on the field. Quick effect, you contribute this card to negate the activated effects, and if you do, destroy it. And during the end turn, if this card's effect was activated this turn, and was not negated, you can re-special summon your Stardust Dragon back. Then I also play 1 copy of Draco Berserker of the Tenny. Draco Berserker of the Tenny has the effect of when your opponent activates an effect, quick effect, you can banish it. And then if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, this card gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack, and it can also make a second attack on a monster during the battle phase, which is just great because this card has 3000 attack, but then if you destroy something else, this thing can be a literal tank, which is the reason why I have it as 1 in this extra deck. Then I play 1 copy of Baron. Baron is a great level 10 you can get into in this deck. Because once per turn you can target 1 card on the field to destroy it. And then once per turn, when a card or effect activates, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. You can only activate the effect of Baron once per turn. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can target 1 level 9 or lower monster in your graveyard, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon that monster. Then I also play 1 copy of Stardust Spark Dragon. Stardust Spark Dragon has the effect, quick effect, you can once per turn, quick effect, you can target 1 face-up card you control. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Which is just a great card to make immune. It's a great card to make one of your cards immune to battle or card effect damage once per turn. Then I play 2 copies of Warlord Savage Dragon. Warlord Savage Dragon is a great level 8 you can get into in this deck. Because if this card is synchro summoned, you can equip one link monster from your graveyard to this card. And then, if you do, place one Boral counter on this card equal to the link material of the link rating of the card you attached it to. And then if this card, if you do place one Boral counter on this card equal to the link monster's link rating, this card gains attack equal to half the attack of the monster equipped to this card. Which is just a brilliant effect because again, Warlord has 3000 attack, and some of the link monsters we have in our extra deck can increase this card up to 5000. Then we play 2 copies of Shooting Star Dragon. Shooting Star Dragon is quite a disgusting card in this deck because of its effect. Once per turn, you can escape the top 5 cards of your deck, shuffle them back, and also this card's monster can attack the number of times you see tuners. Every time you see a tuner monster, except so basically, so just for its first effect, if you synchro summon this card, you can flip the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you can attack any number of times you see a tuner. So if you see a tuner 3 times, this card can attack 3 times. If you see it 2, and so on and so on. And then its other effect is once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, that will destroy a card in the field. Quick effect, you can negate the activated effects, and if you do, destroy it. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster and banish it. And if you do, negate the attack until the end of the phase. Which this card is just, that effect is just disgusting in general. It makes this thing a literal wall to get over. And then the final card of the extra deck is my Shooting Quieter Dragon at 1. Shooting Quieter Dragon must be special summoned. It cannot be special summoned by any other way. Or it must be synchro summoned, sorry. This card's maximum number of attacks. Must be special summoned and must be synchro summoned. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card's maximum attacks per turn equals to the number of non-tuner materials used as synchro materials. Then once per turn during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated, you can negate the activated effect, and if you do, destroy it. Then when this card leaves the field, you can special summon 1 Shooting Star Dragon from your extra deck, which is the reason I played 2. That is it for the extra deck. There is one more thing I don't normally add, but I have to add surely because I couldn't get into the extra deck, and that is a side deck. So I've side decked 1 IP and a few Nightmare cards because of Warlord Savage effect needing a link monster. You can get into these link monsters easily before you get into your Warlord Savage. I was going to add these to the main deck, but I couldn't find any room or any cards I wanted to get rid of, so I just threw these into the side deck. Now I also specifically threw these into the side deck because of their effects. You can, if this card is link summon, it can pop a monster. If this card is link summon, it can destroy a spell trap. Now if this card is link summoned, you can discard a card and target 1 special summon monster in your opponent's field and destroy it. And then IP, because IP can also link summon on your opponent's turn. But that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.